the first rookie in WNBA history, you see it right there, to record a triple-double.
Caitlin Clark just made WNBA history again. First rookie with a triple-double, not just once, but twice. Most assists in a game with 19, and closing in on the all-time assist record. And now, she's about to add undisputed Rookie of the Year to that list. Here's why Angel Reese's injury doesn't change Clark's claim to the trophy. But before we dive in, let's talk about Angel Reese. She's out for the season with a wrist injury that she suffered in the last Chicago Sky game against the Los Angeles Sparks. Tough break, right? We wish her a speedy recovery and all the best. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter for the Rookie of the Year race. Clark's been dominating all season long, and her win should be undeniable. So what makes Clark the clear frontrunner? We're about to break it down for you. Head-to-head matchups, playoff implications, and stats that'll blow your mind. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Before we dive in, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can bring more basketball content to viewers like you. Thanks. Are you ready to see why Caitlin Clark is the undisputed Rookie of the Year? Let's go.
Of course, the big difference is Caitlin Clark. I think she should be up for MVP. Rookie of the Year, foregone conclusion. But I think MVP.
You've seen the highlights, but have you really seen the numbers? Clark's stats aren't just good, they're historic. And when we stack them up against Reese's, you might be shocked at what we uncover. Let's break it down and see why Clark's performance is turning heads across the league. First up, scoring. Clark's putting up an impressive 19 points per game. That's not just rookie numbers, that's all-star caliber. And assists? She's dishing out 8.4 per game, leading the entire WNBA. Think about that for a second. A rookie leading the league in assists? That's unheard of. Now, let's talk efficiency. Clark's true shooting percentage is sitting pretty at 59.1%. For those of you who don't know, that's the second highest ever for a rookie, averaging at least 17 points per game. She's not just scoring, she's doing it with precision. But what about when it really matters? In crunch time, Clark steps up. She's recorded multiple games with 25 points and 10 assists. No other player has done that in a single season. And in one of her biggest games, she dropped a career-high 31 points and 12 assists in her last game of the season against Angel Reese. Talk about a statement. That's clutch performance right there. Now, you might be thinking, but what about head-to-head matchups? Well, Clark's Fever won 3 out of 4 games against Reese's Sky. That's not just luck, that's impact.
Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with?
Let's talk about Clark's playmaking abilities. She's on track to break the overall assist record for a season, currently held by Alyssa Thomas. That's not just Rookie of the Year material, that's league MVP conversation.
Caitlin decided not to shoot. Mitchell will hits the three.
But basketball isn't just about individual stats. It's about how you make your team better. Clark's ability to both score and set up her teammates is changing the game for the Fever. She's not just a star, she's making everyone around her shine brighter. Now, some of you might be wondering about Reese's numbers. She finished her rookie season averaging 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. Those are solid numbers, especially on the boards, but without its fair share of controversy. She had 26 double-doubles, the most ever by a rookie. That's nothing to sneeze at. But when we look at the bigger picture, Clark's impact on the game goes beyond just one aspect. Clark has impacted the game in multiple ways. Let's be real for a second. Rebounding is important, but it's not everything. Clark's ability to control the pace of the game, to create opportunities for her teammates, and to score when it matters most. That's what sets her apart. And let's not forget about shooting percentage. Reese is the worst shooter in WNBA history on shots attempted within 5 feet from the basket. Let that sink in. That's a problem, especially when you get so many rebounds. Clark, on the other hand, is not just scoring more. She's doing it more efficiently. What we're seeing with Clark is a complete player. She's not just excelling in one area, she's dominating across the board. Her ability to read the game, to make split-second decisions, to find the open player. That's basketball IQ you can't teach. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like and subscribe. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and it makes a huge difference to us. We appreciate you. Now back to the action. Sure, Clark's personal stats are impressive, but let's zoom out for a second. What if I told you that one rookie's presence could be the difference between a playoff berth and a losing season? The numbers might surprise you. Let's talk about the Indiana Fever. 2 years ago, they were the league's punching bag, winning just 5 games. Fast forward to now, and they've clinched a playoff spot. What changed? 2 words. Caitlin Clark. She's not just putting up numbers, she's changing the game for her entire team. Now, contrast that with the Chicago Sky. They're tied for the final playoff spot at 12-22. That's a team struggling to keep their head above water. And without Reese for the rest of the season, things aren't looking great for their playoff hopes. But here's where Clark really shines. She's not just scoring, she's making everyone around her better. Her teammates' shooting percentages are up, their confidence is soaring, and suddenly, the Fever are a team no one wants to face in the playoffs. And let's talk about viewership for a second. The most watched WNBA games this season? They all have one thing in common: Caitlin Clark. She's not just a player, she's a spectacle. The All-Star Game, record-breaking viewership. Regular season games, ratings through the roof when Clark's on the court. This isn't just about personal accolades anymore. Clark's impact is league-wide. She's bringing new fans to the game, raising the profile of the WNBA, and doing it all as a rookie. That's the kind of impact that goes beyond stat sheets and highlight reels. But here's the real kicker. Clark's doing all this while leading her team to success. It's one thing to put up big numbers on a losing team. It's another to elevate your entire franchise to playoff contention. That's the difference maker in the Rookie of the Year race. Think about it. The Fever went from bottom of the barrel to playoff contenders in 1 season. That's not just improvement, that's a complete turnaround. And at the center of it all? Caitlin Clark. Remember, basketball is a team sport. Individual stats are great, but at the end of the day, it's about wins and losses. Clark's not just padding her own stats, she's changing the win column for her team. And let's not forget the pressure. Coming into the league with all this hype, all these expectations, it would be easy to crack. But Clark, she's thriving. She's not just meeting expectations, she's exceeding them. And she's doing it while carrying her team to the playoffs. This is what separates good players from great ones. It's not just about what you can do on the court. It's about how you elevate those around you. Clark's not just a star, she's a leader. She's the kind of player that changes the culture of a team. Clark's team and league impact is undeniable, but there's more to this story. What if the true measure of a rookie isn't just in their stats or even their team's success, but in their ability to shape the future of the sport itself? Clark might be doing just that, and here's why it matters for the Rookie of the Year race. Let's talk about something you can't measure with numbers: leadership. Clark's not just putting up impressive stats, she's changing the game with her presence on the court. When the pressure's on, Clark doesn't just perform, she thrives. She's the player you want with the ball in her hands when the game's on the line. But it's not just about clutch moments. Clark's consistency is off the charts. She's racked up multiple Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month awards. That's not just a hot streak, that's dominance throughout the entire season. She's not just having a good rookie year, she's having one of the best seasons we've ever seen, rookie or not. Now, let's talk about the future. Clark's not just playing well, she's playing like she could be one of the all-time greats. Her skill set, her court vision, her ability to make everyone around her better. These are the marks of a player who could change the face of the league. And speaking of changing the league, have you seen the viewership numbers when Clark's on the court? She's not just winning games, she's winning fans. More people are tuning in to watch women's basketball because of her. That's the kind of impact that goes beyond stats and awards. Now, some might argue that Reese's injury takes her out of the running for Rookie of the Year. But here's the truth. Even if Reese had stayed healthy, Clark's case for the award is just too strong. Her combination of individual excellence, team success, and overall impact on the game puts her in a league of her own. Think about it this way. Clark's not just playing well, she's changing expectations for what a rookie can do. She's not just contributing to her team, she's leading it. She's not just putting up numbers, she's making history and breaking records whether rookie or not. That's what separates good players from great ones. And let's talk about adaptability. Coming into the WNBA is tough. The game's faster, the players are stronger, the competition is fierce. But Clark? She didn't just adapt, she excelled. Some would even argue the league started to adapt to her. She overcame a challenging start to become a dominant force in the league. That's the mark of a true star. So when we look at the Rookie of the Year race, we need to consider all these factors. Yes, the stats are important. Yes, team success matters, but it's also about who's shaping the future of the game. Who's bringing new fans to the sport? Who's changing the way we think about what a rookie can accomplish? When you put it all together, the stats, the team success, the leadership, the impact on the league, it's clear that Caitlin Clark isn't just the frontrunner for Rookie of the Year. She's redefining what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. All right, let's break it down one last time. Caitlin Clark has absolutely crushed it this season. She's not just breaking records, she's shattering them. Most assists in a game? Check. First rookie with any triple-double? You bet. And she did it twice. And don't forget, she's leading her team to the playoffs after the longest active drought in WNBA history. Now, Angel Reese had a solid rookie year before her injury. She set the record for most double-doubles by a rookie. And we wish her well in her recovery, but even if she hadn't been sidelined, Clark's impact is just on another level. Clark's not just playing well, she's changing the game. So here's the big question. Is Caitlin Clark the future of the WNBA? With her skills, leadership, and ability to draw in fans, she might just be redefining what it means to be a rookie superstar. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest news. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.